Hello. In this video, we're going to do an engineering design for a string inverter system. From the design section of an installation, we can create a new design. I'll call it string design 1, and I can also put in some pricing info if I want. Now we enter our design mode, and I can click on Toggle Irradiance Map to view the shade simulation. After viewing the irradiance map, I can click on the same icon to turn it off. Now I'm going to lay out some modules. Clicking on the Add Component icon, I pull up a submenu, and I'm going to select Fill with Modules. This will open a dialog for Aurora's autofill command, and I can make my selections accordingly. Then I click on the mounting plane I want to autofill, and we'll place modules. After placing modules, I want to place an inverter in the design. Using the same Add Component section, I can select Inverter and choose the inverter I want for my design. I'm now ready to do the stringing. Clicking the string icon puts me in string mode, and I can start clicking and dragging across modules to create strings. Notice the colors. Red indicates an invalid string length based on the inverter's DC input. Green indicates an acceptable string length, and yellow is my max string length. There are 28 modules here, so I'm going to do 2 strings of 14. Now I can click on the Connect icon to connect my strings to my inverter. You can also place anchors in your connections just like you would conduit runs. After connecting strings to the inverter, I can continue to add balance of system components. I can use the Add Component feature to add other components like combiner boxes, which would be added before the inverter, load centers, service panels, meters, and disconnects. I'm going to add a new meter after the inverter. And I'm also going to add a disconnect and a service panel. As I add the components I want to design, note that I can zoom in and click on a component and swivel the component to match the roof edges. Now I can use the Connect feature again to connect my components together. To exit the command for connect or for string, I can simply click on Move at the top. Also note that I can right-click on certain components and adjust their properties. Lastly, I can download this layout into DXF by clicking the Download DXF button here. This also allows me to select the layers which I'd like to export. After you've completed the stringing and added the components, you can enter the components view. This gives you an electrical tree of your system design, and you can notice that Aurora will put up any NEC code violations or system design best practice errors that you may be making. You can click on the return arrow to return to your layout at this specific point to make changes if you need to. Lastly, you can view the automated one-line diagram by clicking on Line Diagram here. And I can also do things like click on Ground to add a ground path and use some of the edit fields as well. You can download this line diagram into DXF format as well by clicking the download icon here. This concludes our engineering string video for today. Thank you for your attention.